Hi, I'm Christy Simpson, and welcome to the director's commentary for The Little Drummer Dude. This is the first time I've seen it, so I will be talking about the show as I watch it, and I hope you'll love it. This is such a fun show.
Who? What have you heard? He's not interested in becoming king, is he?
This is the Burbank Community
the little
Kids
guy?
Choir
Didn't
at my
really notice
church.
God has a way
Ooh, it's
of
such a
taking
fun
people
show.
from
I'm so
ordinary
excited, you
situations
guys.
and changing their lives forever. I think you'll find this is one of those stories.
This is our new sanctuary, which I think was new for Faith News also, but here it is. Oh, it looks awesome. I love it. These are some optional drummers that I added for the first song for fun. So it's not an actual part, but these are drummers. So I just thought it'd be fun to have them coming around. I probably could have done a little more with them too, but this is where we got, as you know.
Here's a story you thought you knew, but how it's been told is not exactly the whole truth.
The tale of a boy playing his drum.
She's new to my choir.
With no
She's got a
mention from
great
Mary and come.
solo
He
voice.
was in a band.
I love these red shirts available from wordchoralclub.com. They look really awesome. The Little Drummer Dude. And the vibrant colors of the band. I love that. Okay, there's our Little Drummer Dude playing. I intended it to be a very young child, as I put in the script, and so I picked a very young child for the Little Drummer Dude. And, you know, it was a little challenging to have somebody really young, but he did it. He's fine. You can obviously go a little bit older and have him be short, like a little guy, but Joshua, I think he's in first grade. Might be in second, but I think he's in first. I love that DVD playing in the background too. That looks cool. I definitely did not see that when I was directing.
Drummer dude had no idea the adventure.
You'll see I kind of did a different staging than just having risers. Kind of did some fun little stuff.
The performance of a lifetime.
I like this. With Persia's traveling band, I wanted it to be like bright colors, but still biblical costume, kind of this Persia look. Oh, look at the camel! Oh my gosh, I love the camel costumes. We have a whole tutorial how to make that. We'll talk about it in that DVD that I release about how to make the stuff that I always forget, and you guys remind me. But yeah, those bright colors. This is such a bright show. I love that. Whereas a lot of biblical shows, you know, kind of tend to be kind of earthy because we've got the bright Persia's traveling band. It's just like these colors are beautiful.
Not me.
It was most certainly not me.
It was probably Tirza. You know she is trying to teach that camel to talk.
Not to talk, just to communicate. He's very sweet. He's one of the band too.
If he's one of the band, I need to update my resume.
So we're
In a sense,
using,
she's right. If
you know,
that camel
choir
didn't carry
on our little
my
bridge
instrument
here.
for me,
Persia's
I'd be
traveling band is
doing out to
walking
give my
it.
best in our concerts.
And wouldn't
We're
that
trying
be
to
a
show
shame?
like we're on
Oh,
a
no,
street,
Vashti. But Bach
getting
is a
ready to
very
perform.
talented musician.
The top of my class. It's harder than you think to find a musician of my caliber. Who will
I
still
think we
travel.
borrowed these. We borrowed these the girls' costumes
Where is
from
that camel?
the school that did Aladdin, and we rented or bought the boys' Persian costumes.
I roll.
That's it. We're going without the camel.
Going without the
This
camel.
scene works
Without the
best if
camel.
you do it
Without
very
the
fast-paced. So this is
camel.
us trying to do it
Do
as
we have
fast-paced as
Abel?
possible.
We've
Otherwise,
lost
it's really
Abel.
long.
Leave Abel,
So just
but
kind
find the
of
camel.
stumbling
I
over their lines,
absolutely
saying them
cannot carry
over
my
each
own
other. That's when it
instrument.
really works the best.
I'm here. I had to pack up my newest project. I made some new drumsticks.
Why can't you play drums the traditional way? You know,
Isn't
with
he
your
adorable?
hands,
He's so
like
little.
God intended?
I don't know. This is more fun. Everyone, listen to me play.
So he's playing. That's actually a cloth covering that we have over the drum, so he can hit it without it making any sound. I told him to smile.
Okay.
Wow, what an interesting style.
It's different.
That was fantastic.
Good job, champ.
Okay, folks, we have Abel and still no Camel.
As you can see, it's not a
Bye,
huge
we're
group
going.
that we have,
Ready?
and
Let's go!
so we can do it with as few as this. You can do it with fewer than this too, actually. As you see, we do not have a huge group. It still works great.
We're Persia's traveling band, greatest in the land.
I actually
Persia's
added
traveling
2 members to
band.
Persia's traveling band. So that girl in the pink I added. I also added the girl in the red, and I gave them like 2 lines from the other characters. And then they did a little bit more of the singing because they were more singers. And since Persia's traveling band has lots of solos, I wanted to make sure that I could give it to people that weren't necessarily huge soloists, but it wouldn't take away from them being a big drama part. So yeah, added 2 people to the band. You don't need to have those extra 2 people, obviously. I made up names, I think Tabitha and Delilah. Those are the added 2 ones we did. I like doing, it was kind of fun to have a different staging area so we can kind of move around and try different stuff. We have this bridge so they can travel on it. And you can't really tell, but there's actually quite a considerable opening in the back.
You can
So
follow
all our
us
backstage
at
area is behind by the
Again,
palm trees.
If you'd like to follow us, please go stand next to the sign that says PTV. We'll be leaving shortly.
They have their little instruments. Oh, excuse me.
We're experts, professionals.
And you can tell we have the
So that
world's
solo is
foremost
split
player
up,
on
right?
camel.
The girl in the green started it, Annika started it, and then
But now
Tabitha
I can't
finished it.
play my camel bell because we can't find our camel. Who let the camel out? Who let the camel out?
Why don't you just call him?
He doesn't have a name.
Of course he has a
So it was kind of fun doing this split level stuff.
It's Hakeem.
And if you know any of my former productions, my co-director in San Diego's name was Hakeem. So I named this camel after Hakeem Crosby. And this camel costume is phenomenally good. Oh my gosh. So we tell you all how to make that. Oh. Yeah, it's really cute camel costume. So now we are traveling. You can travel around your sanctuary. You can walk through the audience, which would be fun if you have enough kids to keep singing. If you got those big groups, then they keep singing. I'm really happy with how this stage turned out. We rented this little bridgey thing, just little levels, and the stairs that go with it. But it wasn't actually that expensive to rent the platforms. And then I covered it with, from the party store, like pretend plastic rock tablecloth. That's such a fun song. Your kids will love it. Such a fun song.
Little did our friends know
Here's
they
Estelle.
were about to meet a distinguished trio who would alter the trajectory of their lives.
a very hard word to say,
These
trajectory.
magi were experts
I didn't
in
realize it when I
studying the
wrote it. I
stars,
apologize for that.
As they would say, seeking to discern in the stars the destinies of nations.
And that's actually a spot on the wise man as well. It says it with her.
And the monkey
comes
said,
our wise man.
sorry, I don't
And
eat with tax
And I gave a camel to each
collectors."
one of them.
But wait.
Even though there's only
Monkeys
one
don't-
camel in the script,
I
there's
don't get
optional
it.
camels. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just give a camel to each wise man.
I know, but
What I'm trying to understand is that if the monkey had a 401k and the tax collector already knew that, then why wouldn't they break bread together?
Look at those camels when they put their heads down. It looks so
Ooh,
good.
what do we have here? Do I see instruments?
Yes, sir. We're Persia's #1 traveling band.
Excellent. I am among my people.
Here we go again.
I have often mused that I
Their
was
little
meant
mustaches
to
are
be in a
so
band.
funny.
Really?
So I have a girl wise man, of course. She's got a
I
mustache.
most
She's playing a
certainly
wise
do.
man.
Let me get my equipment.
Please forgive my colleague. Ever since he got hit on the head with that very large scroll, he insists on inventing the
That was
strangest
fun.
instruments.
I have a
What
new
kind of
drama
instruments?
director that's helping me out, and his name is
Never
Eric,
mind.
and he's
You look
like
like the type of
amazing and
people
has
that might want to
such
hire
fun
a
ideas.
professional
Stand by for more
traveling
cool ideas from him.
band at your next function. Let's show 'em, guys.
We're PTB.
So really ham this up.
We're the best you see. We're PTB. Talented musically.
Here's our electric guitar powered by camels.
Wow, what is that?
And why is it so loud?
The amplification system is quite
And we
complicated.
made this. So
I'd
on
love
that
to tell you
video
guys
behind the
all
scenes,
about
you will
my
see we
invention,
made them out of,
but we are
a
on a
salad
very long
bowl,
journey and
and
must keep moving.
Clyde will tell you all about that. I think it's a
We are at
stirring
your
stick or
service.
something.
We'd love to play for you at your next function.
Pretty
You're
cool.
welcome to join us. We would have to travel a long way.
We'll do it.
My colleague is suggesting you wouldn't want to join us. We're on our way to honor a new king.
Perfect. I always thought my talents were suited for a royal audience.
So, what are the deets? We've never played for royalty
So that's a
before.
line that I took
That
from
would
somebody else to give to
definitely
her.
be good for our sand chat story.
Or an Instacamel.
We've been studying our star charts and have seen an extraordinary, unusual star in the sky.
We have traveled far and intend to salute him as a very eminent
I have my
king.
black blocks that I
When
always
did you
use
get
for
around
shows,
here
and we
at your
covered those with
destination?
contact paper that look like
Probably only 2
rocks, which I
days.
love.
Years.
Years? Talk about committing to a show.
I like that.
I would have to cancel the. But I guess it was time to prepare a new routine.
Something new, fabulous, and something that features the most important instrument, I'd hope.
Which instrument is that?
The camel bell, of course. I'm surprised you wouldn't know that as a wise man.
I'll get the camel. Hakeem, Hakeem. Have you ever seen just a bright star? It is exciting. We must go see it.
We
And
found
follow the
Hakeem.
star where it leads.
So this is a very fun rock song. We added 2 other guitars for the other wise men to play that are smaller, but so they can rock out with them. Presumably ones that Balthazar has created as well.
Have you ever seen a star so bright?
Have you ever felt something would change your
This is a good
life?
standalone song.
When we saw that star, we were filled with joy.
Exceeding grace, overflowing joy. Star of wonder, star of light, star of royal beauty bright.
Oh, my sweet choir. They're so adorable. This is the first time I've seen it. They look great. I'm so pleased. Oh, look at those backdrops. I'm so pleased with how everything looks. Because I was telling them, I don't know how it's going to work with, I can't really put the backdrops on the back wall right now because they don't show up. So putting them up, we put them up with PVC pipe right behind this, these platforms, which you can't even tell. And it did, from some angles, it covered the screen a little bit, but obviously that won't be specific to your situation. And it looks great from the top, but these backdrops look so cool. They're repeating, so you can actually put them, I can't remember, but I think you can put them in any order. So sometimes we've tried to do that in the past and it didn't quite match up. These match up perfectly.
To use this line.
And there's one star piece because we don't want more than one star. So you can buy more of them, but we only want to use one.
Wandering
But yeah, it really looks nice. I like how the kids can still stand in front of it and you can see it. Okay, so yeah, we have substitute guitar players because the rest of the kids that you can't see, they're actually walking around the sanctuary in the audience and giving the choir a chance to shine, and now they're back. Different words the second time through. Kids really sing out on this one. I love hearing my kids sing at the top of their lungs, even though they're not huge. And again, this is K through 8th grade. You'll see on the right, there's two tiny ones who actually might be pre-K. They're really a great addition. Oh, that looks awesome. And the DVD looks so great. I highly recommend the DVD.
Can I offer you some water?
Why, thank
You
you.
can see that part of the backdrop looks so good too.
I just gave some to Hakeem.
Which one's Hakeem again? The fellow with the camel bell?
He's the camel.
I love that.
Oh, thank you for the water.
So this was kind of
I've
fun to
been
have the
watching-
two levels again,
why do I never
and the
see you
camera has
playing with the
focused in
band?
on it, which is great. But I have the, we already had those little stable-y things. We use those little corral type of things for Straight Outta Bethlehem because we already have them at our church. And I thought, ooh, I'll put the camels behind there, and they're kind of bouncing around, which I thought was funny.
Wow, what an interesting way to play it. I love it.
Abel, did you do your chores? Water the camel?
Yes, Arnica.
And you'll see this
I
is
thought I
just
heard
specific
Abel
to what I
play.
did, but
You
I
sure
actually have the
did.
choir, who's
Thank
not
you for
huge,
indulging me.
moving from
He's
side to side
successful
depending on where
veteran.
we are. So they are
know,
not, we're not
studied the
on that
camel
side for
bell
that.
at
So they all went
prestigious
to
school
stage
in
left,
Eastern
which is
Persia,
over to
and
our
they
right.
frown upon using sticks. I consider myself cutting edge, but you have to draw the line somewhere.
Well, I quite enjoyed it. If you have a few moments, little Jude, perhaps I could show you my invention. It's a highly technical process that relies on animal power.
Balthazar, are you talking to my invention again? Large scroll to the head.
See, that was funny. That was Eric's idea to
Oh,
hit him on the head
cool.
and act it out.
We can
So
use
funny.
my camel. Come here, Hakeem. Wait, does it hurt? Only the camel.
He's kidding. No, it doesn't hurt them at all.
Only the
No
camel.
time, we gotta go.
Let's get this search party started.
So I added search party dancers. Oh, see, you can see the humps on the back of the camels right now. They like Velcro on. They're super cute. And these are my search party dancers, who just get to do a little something. I know some of you big churches do like special dance groups for every song, so I thought it'd be fun. And you'll notice I took everybody off the stage. Again, this is just specific to my show, but I got them all off the floor so we had room on the floor.
Just what are we searching for? We're searching for the king. White man now is searching.
That worked. Look at my camels are moving.
Searching for the king. The band is a searching. Searching for the king. So what?
We actually have like 3 different groups of motions going on. Camels are doing something different. The search party dancers are doing something different, and the choir's doing something different. I love it. We had some help with choreography. The search party dancers were choreographed by Jen Stanley, who is one of the head choreographers at Burroughs High School, which is like nationally ranked show choir here in Burbank. And they're really good, so she helped us out.
This is my camel.
And Hakeem's dancing.
Smart that you can watch him lay this down.
You can have him do
Jeremiah
hand
29,
movements.
You will seek me and find me when you seek me.
You can see his little hoofs there, which are fantastic. I have no idea how he's actually holding that. That was an optional Make That Hakeem solo, which I thought it was funny to have him actually talk. That's one of my favorite Bible verses, and I got to throw it in here. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. I'm just so happy with all the colors in this show. Love it. Utilizing blocks, again, to put my camels up on them. I love that. I love doing this. I know you guys do too. It's just so fun, isn't it, to see kids do their best. It just makes me so proud of them. We are currently rehearsing my next one, and we're about a month away from our show. Very exciting.
And followed the star as it led them. Somehow, the wise men knew that they had to follow this star.
So you know this is a stell that in the end turns out to be the Star of Bethlehem. So we made her in a sparkly gold dress. You can do whatever you want if you want to hide what she's wearing. You know.
There you are, Babasar. I've been looking at the star charts, and the star seems to be leading us through Jerusalem.
So again, we're resting on our
I've
journey.
heard of the king in that region. They call him Herod the Great. Yes, I thought my parents respects him. King Herod is supposed to be quite powerful and could possibly direct us to the new king.
I thought it was fun to
Wonderful
give,
idea,
when I
Melkor.
wrote this,
I'd
to
love
do
to
a
read it.
new angle on a biblical
Herod the
story,
Great
like
had
focusing on the
established
wise men and
himself
then
as
a
king,
fictional
being
group
backed by
that they
Rome,
run
by
into on their
military
way to meet
conquest
Jesus,
of
who
his
would not
own
be an
people.
infant anymore when they got there.
People
So it's
resented his rule,
different part of
so
it.
Herod was
No angels, no
constantly
shepherds.
worried with real or imagined
So
rivals
focusing a
to
little
his
more
throne.
on Herod and the wise
And we
men,
can
which
work
is an
up a
interesting
new
angle.
type of
Yay.
performance, a type of kingly processional.
How much
Passing
longer
off
till we
microphones.
arrive?
Love it.
Let's just say long enough for
That's
you
the problem
all
when
to
you create
switch
other
instruments,
additional parts.
learn them,
You don't always
and
have
learn
enough
to
microphones,
competitively
so
tap
you're
things.
creative. Oh, he's tap dancing. We're
I can see you're joking, but that just means there's all the more time to perfect our craft. And I like the tap dancing idea.
I was just joking.
Way to think big! Meanwhile, we would just keep performing in the local villages we pass through.
Perhaps by then this little guy could join the band and play his drum.
But then, who would hold our sign?
I love that they just use him to hold their
Leave
sign.
it to the professionals, little dude. We leave at 5!
Sorry, kid. When we finally reach our destination,
Oh, this song
would
is
you like
so
to help us
fun.
present our gifts to the new king?
I have grand
Sure, I'll have to
ideas
make sure I can still hold
that
the
you,
sign.
of
It's
course,
my
all of you
one
people are going to
job.
What
implement,
about your drum?
because
Oh,
I just
yeah,
wasn't
my
quite
drum.
able to make
Do
it
you
happen.
really think I
But I
can play the
really
drum
want you
one
to
day?
use your preschool choirs at your church to do this one song and file them up all on the stage now, and they're only in this song. And I have brought down the youngest members of my group to show that. So I have my preschool, kindergarten, first, second, third grade. Some of them I'm like, you're in third grade, look young. But it's such a great feature for our little ones. You see, we got some of our very little ones singing on the microphone in the small group. I think it's called preschool small group or little kids small group.
I'll keep holding your sign, little dude.
Definitely a crowd pleaser. I love the message too. Sometimes I'm laughing so hard my drink comes out my nose. The message of this is very good. We can sing this all year long. And obviously, I'm Not Too Little applies to all of our elementary kids. Not too little for great big things. Oh, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. To understand, little people can do what big ones can. I love that.
Just because you're small doesn't mean you can't do big things.
Ooh, that DVD looks great too. Lots of bright colors and fun things. I like that. This song is fun and easy to sing. Listen to them sing. She's so cute. Love it. Love that. When God holds our hand, we can do anything. Ooh, see that energy? Yeah, people loved that. Love it.
Many months went by, and our little band traveled night and day, evading bandits and braving windstorms.
So this
all
is our
to follow a
change
star
to
that
Herod's
brilliantly and
castle,
gloriously
which
lit up the night
is
sky,
fun, a
until
very
one
fun
day
angle.
They arrived in Jerusalem.
Who is this delegation coming to worship me today?
Magi from the east. People everywhere
This is
have
Herod's
been talking about this impressive
Herod's
group of
servant,
wise men
and she
who have
came up and
traveled
tried out
so
for this, and we
far.
were so
It is
impressed
said
with her
that they
dedication.
want
We
to
gave
give
it to her.
honor to a king whose power and exalted rank is so extraordinary that all the nations will admire
she's
and
in-
revere him.
I don't know what grade she's in. She's in kindergarten, I think. Maybe first. Clearly, I don't know how old
Wonderful.
these kids are.
Who is this group?
Persia's traveling band.
Shall I let them in?
Of course. You know, it never gets
I
old
like the
having
idea
people
that
worship.
Herod
You'd think
would
it
at
would,
first
but it
think that they were
never
coming to
does.
worship him, to worship the king. So I just thought that was a really fun angle to play that up, that he thought they were there to worship him. The servant letting him in. I added a couple servants there to hold the flags, kind of create our set.
I understand you have come a long way to worship the king.
Yes, Your Majesty, I am Balthazar.
I am Melchior. And I am Gaspar. We have traveled far to bring gifts to the king.
Ooh, gifts. Wonderful. But we can do that later, though.
So he
I
thinks
would
the
like to
gifts are
hear
for
from your
him.
Musical group. I understand you've prepared a great show for the king.
We have, Your Majesty. I am Babak, the world's foremost player of the camel bell.
Okay.
Would you like to see a presentation?
Of course.
This Herod did so well. He about
That's why they've come.
That's why they've come, isn't it? And Eric worked with him so hard, and he just kind of pulled this out at the last minute that he did so great. He was giving us all conniptions before that. This song's very fun, too. And we've got the fire sticks, because we talk about the fire sticks. So you'll see how to make those in our DVD as well, because they look great.
I'm here. You've made it.
I love the interjecting of Herod. So make that, put him on a good mic so that you could hear all of his interjections, so people really understand that he thinks they are worshiping him. I noticed that as we rehearsed that if you can't hear him, the audience isn't going to get it.
I really love these sort of things. Some kings, they don't have time for it. Me, I always make time.
We have seen a star. We have traveled far. And we
So they're doing their little stuff with their fire sticks, which is so cool.
We are a study star. And we are pretty smart.
We humbly ask assistance as we bow our knee and come to worship the King. Worship the King.
So I added these like fire sticks from the people in the band because they talk about how they had done this big presentation and all that. So I was like, oh gosh, they have to be moving.
This is just wonderful. I completely support this trip of
And now
worship.
they start asking,
Come again? What's that?
he starts to realize,
It's almost like you said the word baby. There it was again.
I love that. I'm so happy with how this
Are you
turned
hearing
out.
it too?
I hope you guys like this part. I just thought it was so fun.
Baby, you're not here to worship me?
And he goes off into a spotlight.
How can this happen? Tell me, how can this be? These people are not here to worship
Little
me.
confessional.
How awkward. How rude. I'll never live this down.
Man, I forgot how good he did.
You are the best. Everybody worships you. Great, magnificent Herod, Herod the Great.
And that's why she got that part, because she came in and tried out like that, and we were like, huh?
Who worships a baby?
She was fantastic. They feel awkward.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
There's not a lot of room to do that, but I think it's funny if you do it.
Of course. I know. Obviously.
That works.
Where will the baby be born?
baby. I love babies. Somebody, research this, please. What a great day. They say he's the king of the Jews.
I love that switch where he's trying to cover up.
Yeah, I got it. Worship the king. No need to continue. Go, make a careful search for the child. And as soon as you find him, report back to me so that I may worship him too.
Ooh, that looked good. So proud of him. I'm serious, like 4 days beforehand, we were like, oh no, the world is going to end. He has not learned his parts, and he just
That
was
was
spectacular.
awkward.
Seventh
Super
grader.
Awkward.
Why did he think we have come to worship?
I like how
him?
Babak is petting the
King
camel's
Herod
head right
is
now.
a pretty big name in these parts.
Look at that.
But if his scribes said that the new king was to be born in Bethlehem.
Okay.
And yes, I
but
think they
can we
edited
talk
out our
about
little set
blocking?
change,
Because I
which
didn't love how we
obviously
bunched
took
up
a
at
little
the top
time.
of
So
the
don't
set.
think we're magical and
already
awesome.
know what you're
You do
going
have to
say.
switch sets.
We went over this. Not everyone could do a cartwheel while playing their instrument. Babak.
But should we punish those who can?
I love this line.
Should we?
If he could
seems
do a cartwheel, I would have
counterproductive.
had him do a cartwheel
I
in that
agree.
song. So
They-
if any of you have
Obviously, the musicians
a
did bunch
Babak
up
that
the
can do a
top of the
cartwheel,
set.
that would be very
I
funny
see
since
how
it's,
we can
you know,
rehearse the
that's the
entrance
point.
again.
I love this.
Ooh, what if we moved Tirza and Hakeem over here?
And then we come
Those
through
are
the
little
center
rocks.
With the fire stick.
Those fire sticks almost singed my mustache.
I say we lose the fire sticks. Babies don't need fire. What if the baby was in a flammable area?
The king is not going to be in a flammable area. Palaces are filled with gold.
Agreed. The fire sticks stay. The band was
I
played
love
out
that
while we
the
processed
Balthazar
with their
got
gifts
into
through
the
And then my big solo.
into
Where
the
do I
staging.
stand?
Off to the side with the sign, so the king knows who we are.
Okay. Then, as is our custom, we'll present our gifts to the king. We brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I think this king will like them and will hopefully show us favor in the future.
The star's moving again. That seemed to be stopping over that one house. When we find the king, should we go back and report to Herod? I don't know. He seemed shady.
I thought so too.
So now they're going to
The wise men
process
eventually
to
decided
meet
to go home another way and
Jesus,
avoid
toddler
Herod.
baby Jesus, if
We
you
traveled
will,
on and came to the place where the star had
because
stopped.
he's not actually a
coming to
baby
the
by the
house,
time the
we
wise men
saw the
got there,
child with his
which is
mother
always
Mary,
fun
and
because
we
then you
bowed
can use a
down and worshipped
toddler.
him.
Yay! Which we have. I've not seen this footage. I hope it's awesome. So we're coming in to worship him.
We bow down, honored to be in your presence.
I can't remember which one. We did 2 performances, but in the first performance, the baby Jesus started unwrapping one of the gifts that was supposed to be just like gold paper, and he unwrapped like the whole thing like a present. And then in this performance, he tried to get the present from the wise men in blue, and the wise men in blue like pulled it back because he didn't want to give it to him because he wanted to hold it to sing right now. You didn't see that. It was really funny. It was like, no, Jesus, you cannot have this gift.
Like the morning sun, I bring to the king. The prophets foretold their kingdom.
Because there's gold coins in that.
will be done. This is my gift of gold.
A gift so pure that
This is the
smells
blue one.
so
The blue one's the
sweet.
one that he started unwrapping in the first show.
I'm sure you'll concur. We humbly lay this at your feet, frankincense and myrrh.
So audiences love that. A real toddler baby Jesus. Oh, he wants to open it again. Oh, maybe he is opening it. Maybe this is the show where he does open it. Fantastic. This is the first one. And look at Mary's looking at him like, huh, should I stop him from doing this? I love it. Live baby Jesuses. But it's very sweet because it's real.
Nothing I have would be enough.
What's your name?
Abel,
Would you like to play your drum for Jesus?
That would be a yes. Maybe a nod. I love it that Jesus looks at him while he's playing. Super real. I love that. It's very powerful, you know. It really puts the gospel in a human context that God did come down as a baby and grew to be a child. And you'll see we are doing a stuff with flags in the back because we're still doing a big show, not just for Herod, but also for Jesus. Because that's what this band would do. They would do a show. So sweet. I love that. Beautiful.
so our little drummer dude
Again, we
played
have
and played. He
cut
played
out the
with
time
all
to
his
take
heart
off the bench
and gave
and
his
baby
best
Jesus.
for the king. Somehow, he just
Lest
knew
you
there was
think we are
something different about
so
this
spectacular,
king.
we can do that in that amount of
King.
time.
Did somebody mention a king? Oh yeah. Did those wise men in that weird band of theirs ever find that king they were looking for? Oh, no reason. I love babies.
Who? Abel? Oh, he's the best drummer in
So
our
this is
band.
a confessional
Always
at the
has
end.
been.
As I witnessed that little drummer dude worshiping at the feet of this baby king, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had just witnessed something extraordinary. Was this an earthly king or something more?
Oh, just kidding. Mary and Joseph are still there. Perfect. I think Jesus has left, though. Well, that's right, because they stay on.
Come and see this precious baby, a king.
Come and hear the joyful sound that God is near. A baby's cry, a humble place.
I like this song. You know, I always like my last songs. My last half songs. You know, this is when I just write my worship songs that I want to write normally. And Wiseman is playing the guitar for fun. Brings it full circle. Bethlehem King, be born in me today. You're going to have to explain complacency to your kids, but this is something that applies to all of us, right? Break through our complacency and deception of the enemy and take our lives. And that's our gift. Love it. Now we transition. Bye-bye bench for Mary and Joseph. You could always bring back your drummers. I'm not bringing back any drummers now. I really like how that DVD looks. That's very cool. I never see it because when I direct it, I've never seen it, the DVD. So I only get to see it now. Of course, I'm not paying attention to it then. Okay, so now the star, Estelle, she's taken off her robe that was hiding her star costume. She's got a crown on.
He placed a brilliant star in the sky to guide the wise men in this band to meet the newborn king. I am that star, the star of Bethlehem. God gave me the privilege of shining my light to guide them to Jesus, the Savior of the world.
Nice.
Their journey complete, their track got an end. They started to wonder, the wise men friend. Could it be that this is no earthly king?
Could it possibly be that he's the king of everything? I love that. It gives me goosebumps. Look how sweet he looks. I'm like, Joshua, smile. Lots of smiles. Big smiles. Big smiles. Because, you know, he was kind of quiet. But even a quiet kid like that, he did a great job. Oh, yay! Such a fun show. Such an amazing message. We get to search for the king. We get to find the king. Oh, here's our bows. Camels, oh my gosh, they look so great. Oh, one of the camels is Joseph. That's all right. He's both. Very nice. Tried to time their bow with that. Very nice. Again, look for instruments. We have like instructions on how we made our instruments on that behind the scenes DVD that you will see. It's Tirza and Annika and Babak and Estelle and Hakeem and Balthazar and Abel, the little drummer dude. I love that. Ooh, now we're all gonna come up. I love getting my volunteers to come up and sing. There's my son Nathaniel, who is graduating in 3 weeks from high school. From when I'm making this, he will have already graduated by the time you see this. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a cast. Oh my gosh. Love it, love it. Well, thank you so much for watching this. As always, please contact me if you have any questions. csampson@gmail.com. Make sure you go online at wordchoralclub.com and ask them questions. Get all your supplies, the t-shirts, everything. And we will talk to you again soon.